the menopause. And I'm going to share with you a few 12 steps or 12 ways, but it's more than that, because here in this chat, I'm not even touching the emotional part and the spiritual part, because remember, we have the three components. You got your body, your mind, and your spirit. And then what happens is we just focus on one thing, hormones, my high flashes or whatever. But we don't take the whole picture, a holistic approach for your health. Or we always want to divide it in a small compartment. The hormones, no, everything is interconnected. Everything is interconnected in your body, and everything is interconnected in the universe. We are a part of the universe. We are a part of the godly energy. So, let me get to the point, and one of the points that let's start with one point that I think is very powerful, that it has to do a lot of things with hormones, and this is nobody talks about this. I haven't seen in the internet or anybody talking about this approach to hormonal balance from the perspective I'm gonna share with you. Remember your grandmother or remember your mother? Have you ever heard them talking about hormonal problems and imbalance and all this kind of thing? I'm speaking, remember, from my experience, I never, ever heard my grandmother complaining about hormonal problems, and I never heard my mother talking about hormonal problems. So one of the parts that you have to integrate dealing with your hormonal issues is the mental portion of it, is your belief system. If you believe, if the women, the younger women watching us right now, or watching in the video now, later on, start believing that, oh, I'm gonna have hot flashes, I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna have that. That's, your mind, take that knowledge, accept the prophecy, you prophesy. It's like God says in the Bible, prophesy. And you prophesy in that, oh, I'm going to get the same thing that my grandmother had flashed. And I'm going to get this one from my mom. And this guy. You prophesizing. You creating something that you don't want. So you have to be extremely careful what is about your belief system, about having a change of life or going through different stages in your life, from your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, your 80s, your 90s, 100, going in a successful way, in a healthy way, in a powerful way. We have been trained totally the opposite. So we have to start changing perspective also about those issues such as hormonal issues. For instance, the moment we start singing and we start celebrating and we get happy hormones. And the same thing happens when I'm putting in my brain sick hormones. I'm segregating, I'm stimulating those hormones. So that is an issue that probably we can talk about more deeper in another chat. We can continue with this kind of talk in the future. But let's go back. Okay, so we have to start from number one, I think, from the mental portion of it. Start changing your thinking about your hormonal issues. Start seeing and visualizing yourself in perfect health. Start seeing yourself balancing your hormones. Your hormones, your physiology has a feeling. Your physiology is a substance that is alive. And whatever I'm thinking, I'm putting into my body. Just the same thing, whatever I'm eating, I'm putting into my body. Talking about eating, you might want to be taking notes, because I wrote some notes, because I wanted to make sure I give you, like a teacher, all the information that is required for this moment. And I'm not going to be reading, because then I will get lost in the reading your comments and all that kind of stuff. So number one, nutrition from the point of view of food. One of the things that you need to have in every meal is protein. And get a good quality of protein. Again, remember, like I said, I'm telling you what worked for me. The proteins that work for me are eggs, which is necessary to eat for your hormones, and it's gonna be like the step number 11 that I have here, the eggs. But it will be for me, the protein that works for me is the chicken works for me beautiful. And the eggs work for me beautiful. And sometimes fish maybe, but not that great. What are the protein? Eggs, chicken, and don't remember the other one. But okay, so why is that the protein provides essential, this is the reason why you have to have the protein thing. The protein provides you with essential amino acids that your body doesn't produce. So the reason we have to ingest good protein is because these essential amino acids are not produced. My body doesn't produce them, so I have to ingest them through my meal by taking protein. And when I'm talking about protein, I'm not talking about protein drinks. I'm talking about eggs. I'm talking about meat, and I'm talking about chicken. Those are my 3 proteins that work for me. Again, for me. I want to make sure that everybody gets that clear. Don't email me and don't send me texting. Oh, well, somebody says this and somebody said that. I don't care. I'm sharing with you what works for me. I don't care what works for everybody else. Everybody else can do whatever they want. But as long as I feel great, that's my thing. Why is the protein so great? Protein is excellent for your bones, your skin, and your total health. So tissues are made out of protein. Body muscle mass is made out of protein. So I just somebody posted in my Instagram about cardio, something about cardio. Well, yeah, you can be a doctor and whatever you want to be a doctor, but bodybuilders, we don't run. That's why I stopped running, because running it eats up my muscles. So anyway. So that is protein. One of the things that we need to eat is the protein. Protein influences the release of hormones that control your appetite. And this is what so many times I told you, the reason I love chicken, and chicken works for me so magnificent, is because I have my chicken and then I'm not hungry for two and a half hours. I eat fish in half an hour, I'm hungry. So, and this is one of the good proteins will provide that for you. That good protein will come, you won't have hunger pain very fast. Okay, let me clean up again my glasses. Protein is great because it controls your appetite. So what are the good sources of protein that work for me? Chicken, eggs, and meat. And if you are vegetarian, then you go find another way. But that's what works for me. Okay, this is a good point. Research has shown that eating protein decreases the level of hunger hormone, which is a ghrelin. It's a hormone called the ghrelin, but I'm not going to go too much into the physiology. In addition, protein influences the release of hormones that control your appetite. Good protein will control your appetite, and that's what I just said about me and my chicken. I eat my chicken and it controls my appetite. I eat fish, I'm hungry in 20 minutes, okay? Okay, so that is so that will be the step number 2. I talk about step number 1, the mental part of it. Addressing the hormone issues also from the mental perspective. Okay, this everybody knows this one. Regular exercise. I can address that enough. You have to exercise every day and you have to lift weight. You have to develop, one of the problems when you start aging is that you decrease your muscle mass. And the muscle mass is decreased because we don't use the muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. It seems like a cliche, but it's the truth. In my YouTube channel, if you want to know more about muscle rejuvenation, and you might want to take a note of this. I hope you're taking notes. I have a video in my YouTube channel, Dr.Josefina. The title of the video is How Do You Rejuvenate Your Muscles? Okay? How do you rejuvenate your muscles? In that video, you're going to find amazing information about why it's so powerful to increase your muscle mass. Why it's so powerful to train the muscle. So exercises is number 1 or in the top 5 of really the controlling your hormones. Because let me stop here for a minute. What happens is if you're not taking control of your nutrition, we just talk 3 things. Mental portion of it, we talk about the food. One of the foods that are required, the protein. Protein is essential for you because I just said that, ¿verdad? So now we have the exercise part of it. If you're not taking care of that, 3 foundations, right now, that's why you have the problem you have. And then you try to have some doctor to fix you. The doctor cannot fix you. The doctor can give you some medication to calm you down, okay? But if you're not taking a proactive approach to your health, to your body, to your mind, to your fitness, then you're gonna be having problems, not only hormonal problems, but you're gonna age faster than the speed of light, and you're gonna have this, all this kind of stuff that I don't wanna focus on. Okay, so exercise, right? Exercises is performing strength exercises such as lifting weight, aerobic, walking, or any type of physical activity, but no matter what physical activity you do, you have to have the lifting, the resistance training. You have to develop the muscle. That is powerful because the muscle, number one, is your main source of energy is in your muscle. That's why people say, I don't have energy. You don't have energy because you don't have muscle. Does it make sense to you? If you don't have any muscle, you lose your muscle mass every week or every month, then what happens? You don't have energy because one of your main source of energy is your muscles. That's why part of the reason I have a lot of energy besides God. But it's because I train my muscle. I make sure I'm lifting. I lift almost every single day. So, exercise. Okay, so that we have that. How somebody might ask, how often do you have to exercise? You have to exercise remember, in my book, in my life, my way, in my books. I talk about this stuff in my 3 books. My 3 books have all that stuff, okay? But for me, my philosophy, my way of life, what worked for me, I exercise and I train every day for vitality and balance. And that's one of the affirmations in my affirmation CD. I exercise and I train every day. I'm not saying every other day. I don't say when I feel like it. I don't say when it's a special occasion that I have to lose 50 pounds. No. I exercise and I train every day for vitality and balance. And you can download that CD from my website. Okay? So that's how often you exercise. I exercise. You're gonna follow my way, you follow my way. Whatever you do, what works best for you. And that is, and then one of the comments will be, oh, but I don't have the time to exercise. Yes, you do have the time to exercise. Get up earlier. Okay. So we got now the exercise, the regular exercise. We have to engage in regular exercise every single day. The next one will be, I think this is number 4, it will be avoid sugar and refined carbs. Okay, when we're talking about refined carbs, we're talking about all the junk stuff out there, like donuts, like muffins, like pretzels, like all the stuff that is not wholesome. Okay, it's not wholesome. So you avoid all these sugars and refined carbohydrates. That's why carbohydrates have a bad reputation. Not because carbohydrates are bad for you. No, carbohydrates, you need carbohydrates. But the bad ones, the junky ones. So all that refined stuff, you have to eliminate from your diet. You have to eliminate from your lifestyle. Because it doesn't make any sense for you to go to the doctor to fix your hormones if you're not fixing yourself. If you're not taking the proactive approach to do what is in your control that you can do. And then we'll talk about that in a minute. But let me say anyway, just in case we run out of time here in Instagram. Then when you go to the doctor, when you follow this step, and then you give yourself like 3 months, and it doesn't work, then you go to the doctor, and then you can say to the doctor, hey, I'm doing pow, 12, 15 steps, because it's more than that what I'm giving you today. And I'm still feeling this way. But I assure you one thing, you do what I'm telling you, you will see the difference like in about 3-4 weeks. But you gotta be faithful. You cannot do it for one day. No. You don't go to the gym for one day. You don't pray to the Lord for just for one day or just when you need it. Hell no. Okay, let me keep on going. So eliminate or avoid refined sugars and refined carbs. Diets high in refined carbohydrates have been shown to drive insulin resistance. Avoiding this food and reducing overall carbohydrate intake might decrease insulin level and increase insulin insensitivity. Okay, so it's too much. What happened is it's too much. We eat too much of the bad thing, and when we eat a good thing, we eat too much of the good thing. So what happened is we eating too much. Example, what is too much of the good thing? A sweet potato. Sweet potato is an amazing, nutritious food, but you don't eat a whole sweet potato in one meal. A whole sweet potato is 4 meals, and you go to a restaurant and you eat a whole sweet potato, a big sweet potato or a white potato. So it's too much. It's too much even of the good thing. Okay. Another powerful point. This is also this goes like hand in hand with the fitness, with exercises and the eating is learn to manage your stress. In my website, I have an amazing meditation CD. Probably the best meditation CD that you can find in this world. It's an amazing meditation CD. So one of the reasons why your hormones are going crazy is because of the stress. We are living in a society that it's just drive you to stress from the time you get up in the morning. And that's why getting up in the morning and doing something like people who join me in my blog in the morning, the sunrise, and looking at the sunrise and connecting with God and seeing the power of creation. You're setting yourself up for a successful day. Why? Because you're not getting out of bed and just going into the jungle, fight with everybody and the survival of the fittest and all this stuff and all that kind of crazy thing happening out there. So you get up in the morning and you connect with God, you minimize, you know that you're going to be protected, that you know you're going to be taken care of, that you know that you're going to be doing a great job, that you know that whatever happened for you today will work out for good because God says so. And you have a mindset. You start your day with a power act instead of the stress. Okay, one of the things with the stress is the cortisol. Cortisol is known as the stress hormone, because it helps your body to cope with the stress over the long term. Adrenaline is the fighting or flight hormone. So like I said, I'm not going to go too much into the science or physiology part of it, but if you have any questions, well, I have my notes so I can answer that. Unfortunately, chronic stress, this is important, chronic stress causes cortisol levels to remain elevated. And then what happens when you have cortisol levels so elevated, you can't lose weight. People say, I can't lose weight, but look at your stress level. You minimize your stress level. How do you minimize your stress level? One of the best ways, the cheapest way, the most accessible way to minimize your stress is exercising. Go for a long walk. Don't give yourself excuses. I don't have the money. I can't pay for the gym. No, you don't need to go to the gym to minimize your stress. You go for a walk. You go for a walk early in the morning. You go for a walk in the evening before you go to bed. Before you go to bed, you get a nice little book. You can read my books. You can read your Bible. You can read. Don't watch TV. That's poison. That stresses you out more than anything else in the world. Because why? Whatever you watch on TV is so negative, so poison, it's so contaminated with pollution, and I can't even stand it anymore. You can't watch TV anymore. And that's what they're feeding people, to get hungry, to get pissed, and to get mad. And how can you live that way? How can you eat your meals in front of a TV when in putting in your environment, your home environment, the energy, the flow, because we are energy, the wave coming into your home, all the negativity. And no wonder you're stressed out. No wonder people are stressed out. Okay. So another way, how do you eliminate the stress? How you deal with the stress? Exercise is one way to eliminate the stress. Another way is yoga, Polari. Another way to eliminate your stress is meditation, contemplation, reflection, looking at your palm trees, looking at your pool, looking at the water, looking at the ocean, look at the mountain, look at the environment where you are right now. There is a beautiful environment around you. Focus your attention on the flowers and your trees and your garden. There is many ways to take yourself into that space of peacefulness, tranquility, passion, and relaxation, and then you go into this mode of crazy people, and this is what they want. They want crazy people so they can control the masses by that. Another way, then I think we are now in number 6, it will be consume healthy fat, and I think the good fat, because people had it before, they had this thing about fat Fat makes you fat. No, fat doesn't make you fat. Bad fat makes you fat. And good fat help you to lose weight. It helps you. You need fat for your brain. Good fat for your brain. Your neuron won't work without good fat. So we need carbohydrates and we need fat. So eliminating carbohydrates and eliminating fat-free everything. Remember that insanity about fat-free everything? Fat-free, fat-free, fat-free. That even the poor eggs were crucified. They crucified the milk. They crucified the eggs. In the name of what? In the name of the money. In the name of and jeopardizing people's health. Because part of the insanity of epidemic of obesity epidemic is based on what? It's based on giving people bad information, and people believe. People think that you don't have to believe what I'm saying. That's what I said in the beginning. I'm sharing with you what worked for me. What worked for me. You look at me, and I'm sharing with you what worked for me. So that is why you have to find out for your own self what worked for you. And this is one of the assignments I give my clients. Let's find out what worked for you. No, you're going to eat what I eat. It's an idea. It's just an idea. So including healthy fats in your diet and avoiding unhealthy trans fat. Remember the trans fat that now they have in the thing, not trans fat, because they're just killing people with this stuff. Okay, avoid overeating or undereating. Okay, so those two, approximately the amount of calories that we're supposed to be eating is in general. Don't email me. Don't send me a text. It's about 1,200 calories. But you know that we, including me, eat more than 1,200 calories a day. So we should not be overeating or undereating. So we have to monitor the amount of calories we are taking. Approximately, of course, depends on your height and your lifestyle and all those kind of things. It's about approximately, in general, it's 1,200 calories. Now, when we go to a doctor and they say, for instance, that example, 1,200 calories, but those 1,200 calories are based on kind of people who are not that healthy. Like if you go to those panels, the doctor read the panels of your blood in the doctor's office. But the panel is based on healthy people. So it's not necessarily that your cholesterol is so high or so low. The numbers is not based on people like me. So I don't go to the doctors. When I don't go to the doctor, number one, because I don't need to. I feel healthy, I feel powerful, I have energy, I feel great. I don't have any, thank God, I don't have anything. But those panels are based on people that are not healthy. And then they compare you with that, and then you get scared. Oh my God, I have high cholesterol. When in reality, your cholesterol is normal for you, because the panel is based on people that are not healthy. That makes sense to you? Okay. Okay, now, so the other one I already mentioned about the belief system, the part of it, but I'm not going to spend more time in there because I want to continue. Okay, another good food to eat for you to naturally control your hormones, to balance your hormone, is healthy, oily fishes. Find the good. I know fish today. I went to the market today and I tried to get some fish. My goodness, I didn't buy it. It was so outrageously expensive. I got myself ground chicken. So I can make something different. Okay, so we have eat fatty fish often. Fatty fish, why? Because they have the omega-3 fatty acids that are very good for to control cortisol, different type of hormones. Okay, let me see. Okay, so those in the main thing with these fishes, oily fishes, they have the omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, so they're very good. So whenever you can afford to get a nice piece of healthy fatty fish like salmon, like mackerel, I love mackerel. I didn't see mackerel today. Mackerel usually is not that expensive. What is another fatty fish? That's all the two ones that I prefer myself. For me, number one is the mackerel. It's really oily. It's very good. Okay. Okay. Another one that probably is number 9. If you're taking notes. And this is another thing that is so underestimated when we're talking about hormonals. Sleeping. Get a good night's sleep. People who are deprived, sleep deprived, of course you're gonna have problems with your hormones, because the hormones is number one. You're sleeping is when they listen to this. There is 2 times during the day that you get to produce human growth hormone that is produced at the pituitary, in the gland that is the pituitary that is inside your brain. Okay? So when do you produce the hormone, the human growth hormone? You produce the hormone 2 times during the day. The first one time is when you exercise. When you exercise, you are producing human growth hormone. And the second time you produce that hormone is when you're sleeping. That's what sleeping, that's what, remember that saying, are you going to get your beauty sleep? Why? Why years, millions of years ago, they would say you beauty sleep? Because that's when you rejuvenate. When you have a great night's sleep, you look at yourself in the mirror, you look so young, you look so vibrant, you look beautiful, your skin, I look at sometimes my skin in the morning when I get up and I say, God, thank you so much, because I look great. I'm not bragging. Yes, I'm probably bragging, but I don't care, but it's the truth. I said to God, thank you so much. Oh my God, I look great. And I look at myself and I say, oh my God, I look great. Because, what am I going to say in the morning? Oh my God, I look at myself in the mirror and say, oh my God, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly. And so, no, I don't do that. Even if I wasn't that pretty, I would tell myself, you're beautiful. Hello, beautiful. What can I do for you today? That's how you start your day. You don't start your day in a derogatory way. But anyway, getting a good night's sleep. Sleeping is a very powerful thing. How do you get a good night's sleep? A lot of people write to me, oh, what time do you go to sleep? What time do you get up in the morning? I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. Well, what happens is you have to develop a ritual. I go to sleep by 8 o'clock, I'm out. By 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. It's a ritual. A habit. You have to train your body to go to sleep in a particular time and wake up at a particular time. You say, yeah, but how can I do that? Well, start developing a ritual. The rituals are powerful. How do I start my ritual in the evening? It will be, I start my ritual in the evening at 6 o'clock. I clean my face with coconut oil. I keep my things off. Everything is off my body. I clean my face. I make my coffee, so tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the morning, my coffee starts brewing. My kitchen is a speaking span, so I don't have to do anything that has to be done today. I won't do it tomorrow. I never leave anything for tomorrow. Everything has to be in order and place. And then that's your ritual. By 7:30, you in your bed, looking at the Instagram or looking at social media, or replying to comment, or doing your email, or reading your Bible, or reading my books, or reading something that is fulfilling. You don't want to go to sleep with the news in your head. Please, I beg you, don't put the TV on at night before you go to sleep. How can you go to sleep in a beautiful, godly way? There is no way. Fill yourself with the Holy Spirit. Relax. Have a meditation. Listen to my meditation CD. Put some nice music. Just wind down. You have to wind down. You can't go fall asleep at 8 and I'm all excited. If I do a seminar that I get home at 8 o'clock, which I don't do anymore, I will be up until 10. Why? Because I'm all charged up, I'm all on fire. So it takes time for the body to unwind. I start unwinding at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. My last client is at 5. From 5 to 6 is my last client, and after that is winding down, bedtime, go to sleep, get up in the morning at 3 o'clock again. Okay, let me try to, because Instagram always cut us off. Okay, so we talk about sleeping. Okay, another way that we can help to have a natural way balancing our hormones is to stay away from beverages that are sugary. Those drinks are out there in the market. Any of those drinks, don't touch them. Make your own tea. I have my tea that I buy in Amazon. You can buy cranberry, any flavor that you prefer. I put a little dash of lemon and I put a little dash of good honey. I don't buy any drinks out. If I go out to eat, except for my competition that I have an alcoholic drink like a mojito or sangria. And last show I had sangria. I felt like having sangria. It wasn't that great. But it's water. When I'm out there in the world, it's water, okay? So stay away from drinks, sugary drink like Cokes and, all this cola stuff, all this juicy stuff. Those things that they say 100% juice. No, darling, that's not 100% juice, unless you make it yourself. And the only person I trust with my food is moi. I don't trust anybody with my food. And that's why I never eat out unless it's after competition. So stay away from beverage, sweetie things. Another good way to balance your hormones is a diet high in fiber. What is a good fiber? Spinach is a good fiber. Sweet potato has a lot of fiber. Oatmeal has a lot of fiber. So Ezekiel bread has a lot of fiber. So find the food that works for you that are very high in fiber, okay? So, and of course, I have the reason why it's good, and you need to find the reason. Well, you tell me. Number 12. I think for you it might be number 13, but guess what number 12 is? Guess what number 12 is? And this is why probably so many women have problems with hormones. Eat eggs anytime. Remember when I started broadcasting my lifestyle, and people will ask me, do you eat eggs? Do you eat fruits? Do you eat eggs? Oh my God, eggs. Eat eggs all the time. And let me see if I have a few seconds. I can tell you some of the reasons why are the most nutritious. See, I always tell you this. And this is one of the things that I learned at Tufts University when I was in Boston, that I went to Tufts University. I took courses in nutrition. And one of the things that it really got in my brain was the eggs are the most, biologically speaking, complete sources of protein. Biologically speaking, eggs are the most complete food and protein. Eggs are good for us. So yes, you can have your eggs and you can eat it too. Okay. One study with men had lower ghrelin, which is the hormone that controls appetite, and insulin level after eating eggs at breakfast than after eating bagel or for breakfast. So what is preferred? We prefer to eat eggs than to eat a bagel for breakfast. So now I think I gave you a little foundation in how to start balance, how to do the work that you have to do. So you do this for about 4, 5, 6 weeks. Then if you don't see any difference, which I doubt it, then you can go to your doctor, and then you can talk to your doctor about, this is what but you gotta be honest. You cannot put the responsibility of your health and your body into somebody else's shoulders. Please don't do that. Okay, you gotta be honest. You have to go, you have to do it for 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, see what happens. You exercise and you train every day, you minimize your stress level, you start changing your belief system about aging, because that is another thing. This is another thing. The belief system is so powerful, because if you believe that's what's going to happen to you, that's what's going to happen to you. No doctor is going to change that. No medication is going to change that. The only person who can change that is you. So if you do that, then you can go to the doctor and talk to the doctor about identical hormones. And identical hormones, they do a blood test on you. They look at the panel of your hormones. They find out what kind of hormones are you lacking and all that kind of stuff. And then they create your own hormones based on your profile. It's based on your profile. It's not based on somebody else's profile. Why? Because they get the information from your blood panel. Okay, so in reviewing, that we had them reviewing, so we had to eat a good quality protein. We talk about that. We talk about engage in regular exercises, which to me means exercise every day. Avoid sugar and refined carbohydrates like cakes and pancakes and this kind of stuff. Learn to manage your stress. Consume healthy fat. Avoid overeating or undereating. We talk about the belief system. Get consistent, high quality sleep. Right? I'm just reviewing the step. Stay away from sugary beverage, that junk that they sell out there. Consume high protein, fiber. Eat eggs anytime. Anytime that you want, you can eat eggs. So this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of what you can do to really start balancing and controlling your hormones in a natural way. In a natural way. Stress, exercising, and eating right. And sleeping. Okay, Lisa, hola. As a doctor, you know your body. Yes, absolutely. Yes, exactly. And I think we all should get to know our body. That's the job. Belkis, how are you? Okay. So I hope this is very useful for you. Please start being responsible, more responsible about your health. If you don't take time, let me tell you one thing. If you don't take time for your health, you will take time to cure your health, You know? You don't take care of yourself now, you're gonna be paying the price, a high price. You know what the price is that you don't have your health? And this thing, I always tell you the same. Divine. I did it. Because this is another thing, and everything that you do, listen to this. Let's include the divine part of this. And everything that you do, you know, when you go to food shopping, when you're taking care of your body, when you're going to sleep, when you're preparing your eggs, when you're going to the gym, please do it with love. Everything that you do for yourself, it should be done with love. You should walk in love, number one, with you. Well, number one, you walk in love with God. You and God, you're in a man, you are in the most amazing, awesome, romantic relationship with God. And then with that same way, you are in a divine, romantic relationship with you. And because of that, everything you do it with love. You do it with, I love it. Don't you love yourself? I love myself. Not only I love myself, but I like myself. I like my friendship. I like my companionship. Why? Because I'm always in the presence of the Lord. So that it says, pow! So when you do this thing, don't do it. Don't do, hey, I have to do this and I have to go to sleep. No, Jesus, no. Treat yourself like the queen you are. You are a child of the Most High. You are a child of God. You are the most precious. The Bible says you are precious to me. You are the apple of my eyes. I'm not making that up. That's in the Bible. And then, you know, God sees you as such a divine creature. I created you, and I created you with the most amazing thing, you know? And that's what he said. And if you are that, why don't we see ourselves that way? Why we disrespect ourselves repeatedly, continuously? How do you disrespect yourself? By not respecting yourself, by having a good nutrition, by taking care of your body, by taking care of your mind, by taking care of your spirit, which as a consequence of that, as a side effect of that, it will be that you have happy emotions. You are a happy person. And that's the payback. That's the payback. You have your health. You feel vibrant. You feel healthy. You feel terrific. You feel that you're just beginning. I feel like it's just beginning. I came back from that competition feeling I can be better, I can do more, I can train harder. You feel that way. I don't feel like, oh, well, you know, I'm 73 years old, because you know what? I don't even think about that. Because that doesn't define me, that doesn't make me, and that is the concept of the world that gives you boxes, and you have to box yourself here, and box yourself here, and box yourself here. Don't do that. You have unlimited power, unlimited potential, and all that stuff that boxing you into, now you have the hormone, now with the hormone, and then you continuously, repeatedly, hormone, my hormone, and this is all you do, instead of taking a proactive approach. What can I do to get better? What can I do to do the better. And then not only to say, what can I do to do better? And I'm giving you some 12, 13 steps of that. And if you practice, and you're going to start in that road to success, the road in which you control your hormones, the hormone doesn't control you. And that's what happened. Food controls you, you don't control the food. The society controls you, you don't control the society. And we go through life in a journey of suffering and mediocrity and not developing our higher divine purpose and potential. And that's the way it is. And with that, I said, pow! You say, wow! That's the way I do it. Again, let me do the disclaimer here. What I share in this video here on Facebook, hello my friends on Facebook, hi my friends on YouTube, and here on Instagram is my way. It's the way I do it. Some people might exercise once a month, that's fine with me. Some people want to go to sleep at 12 o'clock at night and get up at 3 or 4 when they have to go to work, that's okay with me. What I'm sharing is what worked for me, what in my experience, and dealing with my existence, dealing with my life, this is what has worked for me. And remember, for people who are watching, all this information that I share with you and more are in my books. My books, you find them in Amazon, the 3 books. And you need to get the 3 books because they are like in a sequence. So this one, the third, this is about keep learning, which is very powerful for everybody. This is the first book, the foundation for everything. And the relationship with the Lord, the relationship with you, relationship with God, and relationship with the rest of the world, okay? So, I'll see if I have any time to answer any questions. Good, yes, okay. Oh, okay, and here in Miriam Ornetti, hi Miriam. Okay, Rose, what kind of tea? Is there any tea that you want? This one is like a raspberry tea. It's the flavor, but it's a good raspberry tea that you can find in Amazon. You look in Amazon, Amazon has a lot of different teas, and you find a tea that you flavor. Sometimes I get cinnamon, whatever you like, whatever raspberry, strawberry, spice tea, you know, those teas that agrees with you. This tea agrees with me, okay? No, Mama Teresa, hola, mi cielo. I joined late. Do you take this? No, I don't take any vitamins, and all the basic questions are in my books. No, I don't take any vitamins. I don't take any pills. I don't take any hormones. I don't take any protein. I don't take any supplements. For all that information are on my books. At any age you find it in Amazon. Okay. Maria, okay, so remember, this video is gonna be in YouTube. The one I'm doing here on Facebook is gonna be in YouTube in a little bit, and the Instagram will replay it in Instagram, and then you can watch it again in Instagram. So please, I hope you enjoyed this blog. I really do, and of course there is more to hormones than what I just told you. We didn't talk about that spiritual portion of it, the mental portion, and we just briefly talk about it. How do Ambro, that also is in my books. Get my books on Amazon. My skin is coconut oil. As you always see me oily, it's because I always have coconut oil on me. Always. And I clean my face with coconut oil. But all that information, Ambro, is in my books that you can find in Amazon, and you can also download from Kindle. Thank you very much. Patty Callahan, oh my God, long time. Sena, thank you so much. Maria, hola, Lacey, Vicky. Okay. How we doing here in Instagram? Perfect. Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Okay, so here, my friends in Facebook, I say goodbye. And I see you next time. Oh, Ambrose, you've been waiting in the mail the books for okay. So well, as soon as you get them, you will find a lot of information there. And if you need help, once you get the books, then I help you. Okay, that's what I do with everybody who gets my book. You get my books, you read my books, you study my books, and you need help, I will help you. But you have to have my philosophy, my foundation. I cannot be helping you, and then you go in 500 different ways. You ask me a question, and then you go to somebody else, and then you go to somebody else. This is another thing. A double-minded, God says this, a double-minded man is unstable in all his way. We cannot be double-minded. We have to find a way, and once you find the way, you stay on it. That's me. I find my way. I don't care what anybody says. I try my things. I work on myself. I try different things. When I started eating rice, and rice didn't work for me, I stopped eating the rice until I found my sweet potato that worked for me, and all those kind of things. I find my way. I'm not going all over the place. As closing, I will suggest to you is find your way. And once you find your way, you stay on it. Because there's a consistency and the perseverance. Staying in your path, that is what brings success and happiness. Because you and your journey, you're not switching path. You're switching path. No, that's what I tell people. Okay, you get my books, you study my books. If you need help, I help you with all my heart. You don't pay me one penny. I'm not here to sell you books, and I'm not here to tell you anything. I'm just here to share my ways. Pow! Okay, so here we're gonna close here in Facebook. Okay, so we're gonna post this video in YouTube in a little bit, okay? Let me make sure we're saving here. Okay, saving now. Hi, my friends here. I mean, very true. I am the same way, especially having this ability to overcome. Exactly. Yeah. See you next week. Ambrose, yes, Ambrose, absolutely. And Instagram hasn't given me the countdown. Okay, so we're gonna finish here on Instagram unless you have any other question, Instagram. They haven't gave me this sign that, but I better say goodbye so before they cut me off, okay? Because that way we can save the video and you can watch it again. I love you. I said pow, you said wow. Thank you so much. See you next Tuesday. Tomorrow, remember, mañana en español. Bye. Pow.